Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name's Chris Ormy and today we are playing Starters Order 7. We're back on the start date mod here with our not for long stable. It's been a tremendous season. I mean, a tremendous season. Now last year was great. I mean, really great. But this year has been a touch better. Now if we can hit some more 140s, that would be magical. That would be magical. I think everybody except Bull Cuckoo probably has a good chance. And Bull Cuckoo, if they win, if they do well enough, has a chance. We've seen jumps of 7 or above points in a lot of races. Now, I'm not sure the Matriarch is going to be one of those. It's a 300,000 race. There's not really, too many fantastic horses. They're all 120 to 125, realistically. It could not. We've got to win it. We've got to win it well, I feel. So, there's a chance, but we could have even more 140s ending this season than we did the last. Our average rating is way above. Our prize money this season, our record this season. There's so much has gone better this year than last. And of course, I can't help but keep celebrating Safranana. Kentucky Derby, Preakness, Belmont, Triple Crown winning. Let's go. Oh, I'm so happy with that. And I know some of you are as well. I've had plenty of congratulations and plenty of comments about Safranana. And yeah, it's been a long time coming. And she's not the best statistical horse we've had. I think her attributes are pretty good, but they're not exactly scary in any one place. We've had horses with more cruising burst, far more extra speed, far more potential. There's really nothing truly exceptional, apart from distance adaptability, which is quite high compared to 90% of horses we get. Cruising burst a little bit higher than we usually see, but not really by much. So it goes to show that being well-rounded and having that adaptability to actually get all 3 races and get, a good distance for all 3 is realistically key. You've got to be a good horse that's adaptable rather than a great horse that's going to be running at least one of those 3 well out of your distance. So I'm very happy. I'm very, 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 very happy. And I'm excited to see where it goes. No, end of the season, there's no races for Sweetest Chili or Safranana. That's fine. We've got our 2-year-olds out in the field. That's fine. We do have 6 races to finish us off. And I'd like to take a moment to kind of go through each of the horses and just sort of sum up how I feel about them. So, we're going to start with the 2-year-olds before we get into any races. Halifax Hispania is a very decent horse. I think, that grade 1 isn't really indicative of what I think this horse is capable of. I think that was a bad situation, running against much older horses. The 6-year-old, 5-year-old, bunch of 4-year-olds. There was a 2-year-old in there that beat us, but I just think that was a bad situation to be in. So, the fact that we went to France, the fact that it was a grade 1, the fact that it was 5 furlongs and perhaps we're more of a 6, I don't know really. I think we're a 5. But we do seem to be kind of in between. So I'm excited to see that bar maybe change as a 3-year-old to get more distance and to see where we go, or to really find 5 or 6 as where we like to run. So hopefully that happens. But some good runs. We almost won a grade 2 and a grade 3. We came 3rd in that grade 2. So a pretty good season. Pretty good run. Looks quite good right now. As a 3-year-old should gain up to 75% potential. So that's pretty good right there. We've got 80% extra speed. Confidence is okay. Consistency is okay. Enthusiasm a touch low, but we've got the other 2 high, so that's okay. Overall, I don't see a problem with this horse. And I do think that when we finally get them running well, it'll work out. So expect a jump forward in Season 3 and maybe for it to come into its own in Season 4. It's kind of what I expect there. Afro Storm. Similar in so many ways. That's another sort of open grade 1, which we possibly shouldn't have done. We possibly should not have done. Again, we went abroad. Again, it didn't suit us. But we went to Ascot and won a grade 2, which is a big sort of indicator for me that this is a decent horse. Yes, it was an All-American field. I totally understand that. We've had some ups and downs, but overall, again, I feel this is a great little horse. Already can run a mile, possibly goes up to a mile 1. I'm not sure. Low enthusiasm, low cruising burst, low confidence. Okay. We'll see what we gain in potential next season. Hopefully we will gain something. I'm hoping we'll be 85 or above. That coupled with 80 extra speed and strong finish means if we do stay around a mile, I'll feel we're fairly competitive. We're going to gain a little bit of cruising burst. I'd say that might jump up to about 35, but probably no more. I think that's probably the highest it'll jump to. Might have distance, but might not have the stats to go in Triple Crown races. I really don't see Espana being in that conversation either. Which means, realistically, our only chance at running and winning in a Triple Crown race would then be Adonis Alliance. And again, I don't see it. No full finish, not a lot of cruising burst, so like this helps with shorter races and just the end of a race in general. This helps, you know, sort of the midpoint of the race really well. And in longer races, there's more of that. So I feel that's a big part of any distance horses, be more cruising burst. We don't really have either. There's only 70% extra speed. We're low on consistency, so we could just have bad races out of nowhere. And potential, that could be quite good. So really looking at them, I don't see where that Triple Crown winner is going to come from. I have to be honest, I just don't see it. With the 3-year-olds, let's start with Swedish Chili. Swedish Chili is the lowest rated right now, and barring any drops, is going to stay that way. We thought they'd stay at 7 furlongs, sort of at most, and that's where we've been, and we've done okay there. But a 5 furlong breeding indicator, I was expecting a sprinter. Some good speed, some good stats, some good wins. You know, Keeneland, we did well. I mean, we went to Longchamp and did quite well, actually, top 3. That's not easy to do as well. That's not easy to do. So I'm really happy with that. We didn't run well over a mile in Britain. But again, you know, some grade 2s here. Couple of grade 1 wins, couple of grade 2 wins. I'm very happy with how we're running at that distance. I wish that we'd be, you know, a little higher rated and get a few more chances. But overall, a very solid horse. Got extra speed, got finish, got potential. We might gain for a 4-year-old season. We've also got battling qualities. We've got 50% exactly on confidence, enthusiasm, consistency. So they're not strengths, but they're not weaknesses. And we're probably not going to gain any more cruising burst. Which means that we're likely to be roughly where we are, which is a 7 furlong horse for the rest of their days. If we can gain a mile, that opens up sort of race selections a little bit more. I'll be very happy with that. So overall, very good horse, but distance doesn't help us in a lot of the big time races. Next up, I'm going by terms of reverse rating, is Bull Cuckoo, who Canada 3rd place, Ascot 3rd place, over a mile. Very, very decent performances, though. Very decent performances. Now, I was expecting more. I was getting greedy. But again, it's someone that's running above their breeding indicator. And someone I quite like. Now, 50% finish application isn't great, but 90% extra speed. We're on 80 potential. If that can gain even more, I'll be very happy. And then my only real issue would be breeding her with someone that's got battling qualities, cruising burst, enthusiasm, finish application. If I could do that and get, over 2 or 3 generations start working in, let's say, get cruising burst up to about 50%, get enthusiasm up to 50, and get a full finish application. I could probably do 2 out of those 3 in 1 year breeding. We might lose some of the things a little bit, but I'm hoping to keep most of them where they are, get a full finish, and just notch up 10% cruising burst enthusiasm. Do it again the next time, notch up another 10% in both of those. And then I think that lineage, again, coming from Black Cuckoo, is going to be amazing. And she has been one of our best breeders. Black Cuckoo, and Bella. Those are the 2, I think, starting points. I can't remember if I bred them or who I bred them from. I think Bella was bought at an auction. I truly believe Bella was bought at an auction. Black Cuckoo, I believe I bred from somebody, but I don't know the lineage. And I'm not going to go watch the past videos. You can, if you wish to know. But yeah, overall, a very, very decent horse and comes from a very good lineage. So we're very happy with that. And like I say, if you look at our record in that final 5 Group 1s, we won the Behold Up. We went to Sha-Tin in Hong Kong and won the Champions Mile. We then stepped up a little bit in distance for the Clement Del Hirsch. Got that one. We got the Ballerina diving down again to 7. And then we went up to a mile again. But we went to Canada and the UK. And we were competitive. Now, my goal is to get this horse competing with Synchronized, which beat us in both races. I think they came 2nd and 1st, respectively. So we're there, but we need to get a little bit better and become the dominant horse. We have lost 2 races and dropped, 4 points, then 3 points, which is why we're below 140. But I think we're in good shape, and she should run well as a 4-year-old. So I'm pretty happy there. That Fang is a little bit surprising because I did not think this horse was that good. Great acceleration, great start, great speed. Like, already we're off to a good start on this screen. We're laid back, something we like. 7 furlongs is truly what I thought they'd run. But I started last season thinking about, will they make a mile? And we started off this season at 7. We won a grade 3. That wasn't even close. We stepped up to a grade 2. And that was close, but it was still comfortable. And then we went and decided to try that grade 1. And again, over Quinton Dex, a big win. So, huge sort of indicator there. We then went against Quinton Dex again at Ascot over a mile. And less impressive, but still almost 4 lengths, or 3.5 and change. I mean, that was huge. That gets us our grade 1. The Secretariat, again, Quinton Dex in 2nd place. We're absolutely dominating. And then Spenceley, no Quinton Dex this time, but 3 3/4 there. And then at the Breeders, 3 3/4 over Lover's Luck. What I will say is Bull Cuckoo's been racing against the better field. What that Fang would do against Bull Cuckoo, I don't know. What that Fang would do against Synchronized, I don't know. It's had a slightly easier run, but 4 grade 1s over a mile, 1 in Ascot, and it got the job done. So I don't truly know how good this horse is, but if we're looking here, realistically, it's enthusiasm that we want to improve. It's not a long distance horse. A little bit more cruising burst would always help, but it's not truly needed. We've got the finish application. We're running at a mile, so a mix of both is helpful. But we've got the finish application, full consistency. 87 or so extra speed, like 82% confidence. We've got a little bit of cruising burst, low enthusiasm hurts. But if we can gain some more potential, maybe gain a touch more cruising burst, we might see that become the premier miler that we've got out of all these 3-year-olds. It might be slightly better than Swedish Chili, that might not get a mile, and it might overtake Bull Cuckoo. So that's another interesting mix for me. And then we've got Safranana, who is adaptable a mile 2 to a mile 4 easily. We can find so many races, we can do so much. 10 grade 1 wins in her by the end of a 3-year-old season. That triple crown. The only one that kind of hurts is the fact that we didn't win here. The final prep race for the Kentucky Derby, and it's a mile 1, and it was a little too short, and the Preakness is a touch longer, but not really. That was a little bit of a concern. We didn't get the job done at Oaklawn. But then, as it progressed, and we did win the Derby, and we won it fairly comfortably. And then we went to the Preakness, and we won that fairly comfortably. And then I knew we'd be more on distance for the Belmont, and we knocked that out of the park, and that was 6 3/4. Like, that's the coronation right there. Everybody has a shot at the Derby. When you win the Derby, you've got a decent chance of taking the Preakness, usually. And you see a lot of horses win those two and then fail at the Belmont. What we did was we won the other two at a good pace, about less than 2 lengths, but still a very good wins. And then despite only running in snatches, she goes and dominates the Belmont to get crowned. And then goes up to Canada and wins the Queen Plate. Now, then comes back with the Invitational at Belmont at a mile 2. Pacific Classic, Rodeo Drive, Flower Bowl. Couple of smaller races, but then back in for the Tenno Show in Tokyo. And almost 2 lengths there as well. So, very, very, very impressive season. And like I say, nothing supreme anywhere. Distance adaptability aside, touch of cruising burst. But it does make me think, if I can get a horse here that's high on confidence, high on consistency, with extra speed and potential, if I can get a male horse with those kind of stats, and I breed them to Safranana, that could be an absolute monster. Not that Safranana isn't, but that could be an absolute monster. And I'm excited to see where that bloodline goes from Mariana and co. You know, it's just great. It's great to see that pay off in that way. So the 3-year-olds turning into 4-year-olds, like last season, I think we keep all 4, and I think all 4 can be really, really good racing horses. I don't know why I stopped talking then. But yes, Mistopheles Machi, a mile 2 absolute beast. A mile 4 absolute beast. Didn't win in Canada. Just lost our 137. But yeah, we had some struggles as well towards the end of last year. We did have those struggles. So I'm hoping we can come back. We were headed out. I think it's pretty rough to lose rating points when we lose to a 130 in Canada by a head. I feel a little bit salty about that one. But a very, very good horse. No finish application, but again, with a distance horse. Only 50% cruising burst. Only 75 and change extra speed. Below 50 confidence and enthusiasm. There's a lot that could go wrong, and that does explain why maybe we didn't win that last race. Why we struggled in the 2 races last season towards the end of the year. But, yeah, very, very good horse. Probably not going to run much, if at all, as a 5-year-old. I think we'll put that out there. British Battler is the best flat horse in the game right now, only 139. But we're almost back up to the 140 after a second place here. And again, at Ascot, you know, the Reg came out of nowhere. That's the first race they've won. That was a huge surprise. It felt kind of cool that it finally got the job done. But that was the race of its life. Apart from that, we beat some great horses and did really, really well. So, again, I'd like to see them rebound back and get 140. But I'm not sure. I'm not sure this one ends up racing next season again. A bit of cruising burst, full finish, that's quite nice. Bit of extra speed, good potential. Could be nice to breed this one with a few of our horses, which lack some of that. Again, low enthusiasm. It does seem that is in a lot of our horses. So looking to breed that out is going to be a priority at times. And then we come to our 2 140s. Black W again has the easier races usually, but very, very good. 14 Group 1 wins. Absolutely dominant this season. 5 from 5. Ended off last season as well with 5 Grade 1 wins. So, if we take up the Triple Crown racing over 2 years, it's perfect. He's been absolutely perfect. Mile 1, absolute stud. Looks really good. Has a little bit of everything. Again, low enthusiasm. It's a trend, we know. So we need to get better there. But all in all, I think really good. Missing some finish application and cruising burst. We, a mile 1 again, we're right in that point where maybe 50 applications okay, but the cruising burst then needs to be moving more towards 50. Do they make the breeding barn? Probably. Do they race again? I don't know. I think all of these 4-year-olds, I don't know. 22 Grade 1s on Marie W, though. I think she does. She lost in Dubai for the World Turf. Half a length, lost some points, picked it back up in this one. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with her so far. Just absolutely fantastic. Again, only 50% finish application, a little low enthusiasm, but got the cruising burst to make up the difference. Phenomenal extra speed. That consistency is really low. Luckily, we haven't seen that have too much of a factor. For low consistency, she's only come second by a head or half a length in Maidan. She's 123 of 33. She came second in the Diana last year. She came second in the Kentucky Derby. We won the Preakness. There's so much to like about Marie W as well. And again, that is, that's Mariana with George W. Whereas Saffronana is Saffron something with Mariana. So, same dam that foaled both those horses. Our top 4-year-old, in my opinion, is Marie W. Our top 3-year-old is certainly Saffronana. They look a lot different, stats-wise. They really, really do. But, hey, I love both of them, and I think they're great. So, I'm not sure who makes it in the breeding barn from the stud side of things. I'm not sure who makes it into a 5-year-old racing season. But I think all the 3-year-olds step up, and I don't feel that we've got a 2-year-old that's a Triple Crown contender next season. So let me know what you think about that, and how close you think I'm getting to it. That being said, that's a long way round of saying that this is a great season, and we're about to run these final 6 races. So, I understand you come for the races, but I need to talk about these things because I haven't done. And it helps me think things through as well. So, okay, Dafang. Dafang heads to Kyoto. We're going to be top rated. We're going to be low weighted. We're going to be the favorite. We're unbeaten this season. This is our biggest challenge. Ascot was a pretty big challenge, but honestly, we had an ungraded sort of domestic horse, and one who at the time was ungraded and has since won a grade 2. This is a bigger race. This has Little Port and Brandy. That's my main issue there. I don't know Sadiko that well. Wild Vintage, we don't know, but doesn't seem to be running great either. Yeah, Little Port and Brandy and ourselves in a 2-way dance for the line is where I see the most likely scenario being. So let's see then, on the track, can we get job done? 6 races to win to finish off the season in style. 3 horses or maybe 4 horses that possibly can get up to that 140 mark. This could be the last race for a lot of horses that we're going to see in this video. So, let's see where we get off to a good start on the inside rail. Sadika moves towards the front with Bembin Head, Tears from Heaven, and Little Port and Brandy is there as well on this near side. Number 5, the Maroon Silks with the bright yellow sleeves. We're on the inside. We're making a little bit of a move up now. We're going to take the long way round this bend so that we can actually go a little early, it seems. That's a trend we started seeing. We do like to go early on some of these horses. 2 furlongs from home. Little Port and Brandy's going to come with us. Looks like Sadika, the Grey, are not really making a move right now. There's still going to be a kick on down the final furlong. But is it going to be from deep? Is it going to be a challenger? Or is it going to be us just keeping on going? It looks like it's us at the moment, slowly distancing at the front. What a big win by Dat Fang, beating a horse like Little Port and Brandy in Japan, in Kyoto. I'm very happy with that. I'm very happy with that. That's proven to me that they are as good, if not better, than Bo Cuckoo right now. I'm starting to believe that. I want to run against Synchronized and see, but what a run that was. What a run that was. I thought someone else was running today. No, Synchronized not running? Okay, I thought they were. But anyway, that's a very, very nice win. We're 8-8 for the season. We are, 4.25 million to the good. And that's a big win right there. A big win. Outside of Little Port and Brandy, I don't think there's a great horse in that field. So, yeah, we beat one. I'm happy with that. Oh my gosh, Sumbe. Laid back. Okay. Analysis time. Okay, so a lot of second and third places in lower grades. Then had a bit of a rough point here before clawing back at the end of the season with some decent runs. But went a ton of races without winning much. But when it started winning, it was able to jump up in distance and win at grade 2. But yeah, we're all over the place in terms of distance as well. There's so many weird choices. Then top 3 at a grade 1. Couple of not greats, but top 3, not great. Down to a mile, I'm not sure if that would suit them based on what else they've done. And then they moved back up to a mile 2 after that and didn't do much. And yeah, kind of average since then. I mean, there's nothing there which means I really want to buy them. They're a gelding, which means we can't breed from them. But there's nothing there that makes me think I'd want them to race or to breed from if I could, which we can't. So, we're going to move on. Mistopheles Machi, straight into the day. Let's go and find their race. And again, another really nice horse that we really, really like. Rock With You. That could be a two-way dance between us and them. Clodigo, they've run well in places. Super Sensation, a Mock's been dangerous in places. There's a couple of other foreign horses in here we don't know. The Domestic in Moido ungraded. Nomad ungraded. I don't know. I really don't know, but we're top weighted, top rated. But yeah, I'd say Rock With You and Claudie's Girl, which matches up here on the betting. And then someone like a Mock, they are wound up. That might be a problem for them. And then Nomad, Moido, Pilgrim, we don't know what they're going to do. One of those could easily, just step up their game and become a factor here. So I am expecting, to have a two-way race here between ourselves and Rock With You. And where are they? So they're going to go towards the rear. They're the dark green silk, penultimate horse in the field right now with a black stripe heading towards the rear. We're up in second place behind Moido, one of those horses we don't know much about. A Mock's on the outside of this group. Claudie Girl is in the rear as well. So, yeah, the yellow silk of a Mock towards the rear on the outside here, number 10. That is Rock With You, the very dangerous horse. And Claudie Girl, the maroon with yellow silk sleeves coming up on the outside of the group, is the other one. Don't get blocked off. Don't get blocked off. So this one didn't move early, and oh, we almost got blocked off. We managed to get around Moidor. A little delay, perhaps. A little delay. The push for the line now. 1 furlong from home. Super Sensation with us. Cloyder Girl starting to make a move. Perhaps on the outside of them. Doesn't seem to be kicking on strongly. Rock With You hasn't run as well as I thought they would. And we're going to take that fairly easily. Now, we didn't look dominant. We never really stretched our lead out. We never went and sort of really pushed out. But that's a very nice win. But yeah, 5th place. 5th place with Rock With You. I mean, I would have expected them to do more. I've got to be honest, I did expect them to do more. Moidor Nomad had okay races, but not really in a position to challenge. Super Sensation, we knew they were decent, but they were never really a factor. And Claudie Girl was our main challenger and just didn't get the job done. So that's a very nice win by Mistopheles Machi. We're not going to increase up to that 140, which is a shame. That is a shame. Oh, so 139 for the Fang, 137 for Machi. Would have liked to have seen those jump, but they're not going to. So, it's a shame. Okay, Black W. Can we get 15? Can we get 15 Grade 1 wins? The Catcher Prince. Not a gelding, so we can breed. Breeding indicator says 6. Racing says possibly 7. Okay, so what did we do a few years ago? I mean, look at that. Second. Didn't do anything here. So that was an injury. Doesn't really look like they were in the race at all, though. So we can't really judge that. But first in allowance conditions and a Group 1 handicap. Second in a Group 1. Or Grade 1 race. Then, really bad when they stepped up to a mile. Okay. So yeah, we're definitely 6 to 7. Didn't do well there. Didn't do well in Britain. Did okay in the Bing Crosby. Second in the Fogo. Okay, I'm checking some of these races to see who they raced against. Some okay races, but nothing really good. But then stepping back up to 7, they win here. Okay. And then back down to 5. Back down to 6. They're 5th and 6th. And 3rd. 3rd in the Fogo again that year. And then the Vosburg. Yeah, I think they're definitely a 7 furlong Grade 1 horse. I think they definitely are. They're not a fantastic horse. I probably want to see them. Why is this reserve so high? You've never even sniffed a Grade 1 race. Yeah, and you haven't foaled any horses yet, so I don't know. Oh, we didn't get Catchment. Okay, never mind then. I really thought that would be enough. They seemed to stop bidding, but apparently they put an extra bid in when I wasn't looking, so... And Black W gets injured on the day before, the day of his race. There will not be a 15th grade win this season. That's disappointing. Okay, so we're probably going to try and run him at least once next season. Oh, that sucks. I mean, that does suck. That does suck. I hate injuries in the game. I really do. They ruin my day. They ruin my day. Okay, the matriarch. Jasmine Breeze is in here. Not much else, perhaps. Okay. I mean, some good horses, but that's the one I recognize, and they've never performed that well. We're going to be top weighted, low rated again. Oh my god. Well, we're just in the right situation so many times. Okay, stand side at Del Mar. We running down? I don't think we are. No, we are. Okay. Oh, Clare Valley. I didn't notice Clare Valley, but they're boiled over, so they're probably out of the race. Okay, a decent field. I'll say that much. A decent field, plenty of Grade 1 winners. But yeah, again, they've gone with a Grade 3, a second highest betting. They think Tallahassee's going to finally come up big. Never done much in Grade 1s before. Excitable as well. Yeah, no, I don't see too much apart from us, really. I've got to be honest, I think this is a very good chance for Bo Cuckoo to win. But that 140, I mean, that's a big jump. I don't know about that at all. Okay, let's look at the jockey orders. Stand side. So okay, so prefer outside. Some horses are going to go early. They're going to push the pace on this one. Some horses are going to go early because they're wound up and agitated. If we try a late push, yeah, no, there's going to be horses dropping back. I want to get clear early. I think I really want to get clear early here. I think don't trail. Challenge earlier. And prefer the outside. What's our draw? 3. Okay, so I guess we'll see how it goes. But yeah, we're going to go stand side. We're going to be trying to find a way through. Now, I might have got those jockey instructions totally wrong there, but we're at Del Mar for the Matriarch. And I think we've got a good shot here. It's a little bit slow at the gate. Nothing too bad. We got Tallahassee with us. So yeah, we're probably going to have to go wide for the bend anyway, which is good. But yeah, Clare Valley up at the front. Jasmine Breeze at the rear. We don't really know too much else about this field. There's some other good horses, but yeah. So now we're going on the outside, the long way round for the stands. 2 furlongs from home. Around the turn. Magic of Love getting caught here. Kenyan Cat, Tallahassee, and Clare Valley all coming up as well to surpass them. We went early. We decided that that would probably be the best course of action to eliminate any trouble. And it's definitely going up that way. And to be fair, Tallahassee's in the mix. But Frontline Girl's going to come through there. What a run by Frontline Girl. Not even on my radar, really. Not even on my radar. Very solid race. Very, very solid. But yeah. 7 lengths. Bo Cuckoo. Absolutely nailed that. Absolutely nailed that. I didn't actually check and see if we got 140. I think that's going to be interesting. So we didn't change on 1. And then we gained what? A few points, not too many. I think we got to 139. Didn't we? That fan gained 6 points. Okay, yeah, that's right. So 2 137s, a 139, a 128 that hasn't changed either. A 140 that hasn't changed, or 2 140s haven't changed because one got pulled out of a race. We've got a 140 of Marie to defend, and then a single point for British Battler to pick up. And even though we're very early in the month of December, that will be the last race because there is absolutely nothing in December outside these 2 races that I thought we should and could run. Well, that's not true. There is a run that Safaranana can make, if I'm honest. There is one that they can make. And there's also one that Chile could make. But I'm not sure I want to. I'm not sure I want to. Okay. So near side. Aqueduct. Okay, that's not us. That's 100% not us. We're in Chukyo. Synchronized, stepping up to a mile 1. Marie should be dominant here. Flyby White's a decent horse. Little Port and Brandy back again. We're not going to be favourite, and I don't know why. We've beaten all these horses time and time again. We're definitely the form horse. We're definitely the quality horse. We're the highest rated. We're the most consistent. They keep trying to put other horses ahead of us in the betting, and I don't really know why. So we'll see if that becomes a factor. Flyby White and Little Port and Brandy, two dangerous horses out at the front right now. Synchronized is there at the rear right now. Very solid horse. So we'll see them come through a little bit later on perhaps, but they're not on their proper distance. Little Port and Brandy making a move. We're going to take a little bit of a long way round here. Get into a racing line. And inside the final two, we blow past Little Port and Brandy, who's not really offering too much. The final furlong, we'll see them come back with a big charge. And Marie W. Little Port and Brandy with an excellent kick on there. Can they sustain? No, they can't. And Little Port and Brandy fades as Marie comes through. Ours as well. What a great run by Ours up into second place. Do not recognize that horse. Yeah. Okay. I mean, they've come close a couple of times. They're a decent horse. But didn't expect them to be a factor. Synchronized. Didn't do much. Lovely little run. Didn't get wound up. Didn't sort of worry about that charge coming in from Little Port and Brandy. We just stuck to our guns and went for it. That is 23 Grade 1 wins on Marie. Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. Absolutely adore that. Absolutely adore that. Okay. British Battler. 1 point to gain. 1 race to run. To retain the status of the best 4-year-old on the field. And to gain the 140 rating. Darej. Like, they've started picking up. Perfect Soul, Distorted Humor, Slew the Moon, Penny's Pearl. We know these horses. We like these horses. Everybody's on their right weight. We are by far the best horse. We should win. We should win. Can we win? Can we win? And I don't know what happened to the recording. 1 second. Let me, yeah, checking the footage. I can see that for some reason it didn't unpause the recording. So, not sure why, but we just had a great run there with British Battler. That wasn't even the race. Come on. We just had a great run here where Darej put up a bit of a late push. But we controlled and won. It was very decent. We're going to watch it back. We're going to watch a replay. You haven't seen the actual race. But yeah, I paused the cough and to do some stuff. Look at my notes. So yeah, at this point I was like, Perfect Soul's in here. We've got Penny's Pearl, Darej, Mielu. Like, this is a decent field. And we kind of settled into position here. Just stalking a little bit. We had some horses at the rear, like Darej there, that number 1 in the blue silks. Sort of on the rail. Thought they were quite decent. Penny's Pearl on the inside, that number 10. Grey with the red striped silks. And then coming in here to the turn, I was expecting somebody to make some big moves. And you can see then up the inside, Pennies went for it. And then Bunker again kind of went with them. And on the straight, as soon as we come on the straight, British Battler starts stepping up. You can see Darej there as well. Not getting blocked off that number 1. And fighting for the line here. Bunker again suddenly stops running and drifts all the way back over the final furlong. A little bit too long of a race for them. Perfect Soul on the outside with a nice run. Darej coming up strong, but can't get the job done. British Battler with a very, Very nice win. That takes us up to the 140. That was a very nice run. I apologize that it wasn't recorded properly. I'm a little bit annoyed. But yeah, 3 140s there that we had. We add British Battler back to that list. 139 for that Fang, up from 133. Machi just did not improve. That was a 137. Cuckoo, 133 up to 137. So, we're close. We're very high rated. I'm very, very happy. But there are races I did want to check, I believe. So, I'm not going to pause. I'm going to go back to my notes. So, you're going to have to... We're not going to get the cut in here. We're just going to be me not really talking any sense while I look at this and try and see what I have planned. Okay. I think there was 1 7 furlong or a mile. I haven't written down which it is. Yeah, there's a 7. There's the Malibu and there's La Brea. I think we were going to go for the La Brea. Although now I'm looking at it, an easier race would be the Malibu. So yeah, okay. You can run that. And then what did I have? I don't have any notes for what I had for Safranana at all. The American Oaks. And I don't think there was a mile 4. There was a mile 4. Oh, in Japan. Oh. Oh. Yeah, why not? Let's run the mile 4. Let's run the mile 4. Okay, so 2 more. 2 more. Do I really care about these auctions? No. 26 is an auction I care about. The 26 is the auction I care about. So, let's go see Safranana then. A little over a mile 4. We should have distance adaptability here to make this work. Claudie Girls here. Super Sensations here. Nomads here. Moidors here again. We don't know some of the others, but we should be pretty good here. So we're going to run this one. Hopefully another win for Safranana. Yarima Keenan, grade 1. Mile 4, 110 yards. And we're in decent shape here on the outside. Not a bad start. We're going to move into this sort of pack here towards the rear. Nomad, going to get out behind Moido, who seems to be an early pace setter. We've seen them race 3 times now. They've done the same every single time. Claudie Girl, the Super Sensation, just in the mix with us here as well. But yeah. Shouldn't really expect to see anything happen down this back stretch. We should really see a bit more of a move as we come into this turn, and here we come up the field. Getting into striking position. We'll see others starting to do it as well. There comes Mrs. Willy-Nilly. Final 2 furlongs now then. On to the home stretch. Safranana now in second place and gaining swiftly on Moido, taking over the lead. It looks like Nomad maybe wants to make a move as well. That grey horse up into 4th, trying to get through. Mrs. Willy-Nilly's here as well, making up a bit of progress. Where is Safranana's fight here? Do we have what it takes? It doesn't seem like it. Safranana's going to come in second. Oh, don't tell me that was too far. Don't tell me the distance was wrong there, because I don't like that. I really don't like that. We drop our 140. We drop our 140. I should have just gone for the 1 mile 2, but I wanted to test the horse. I apologize, and I don't apologize all at the same time. I've got to be honest. I've got to be honest there. I apologize and don't at the same time. I don't know who the excitable horse is, who we see one pop up. We're just not going to bid on them. And we'll check all these as well a little later on. We're not going to check them now. We're going to buy them now. And then we'll check them after the final race. Actually, we'll check them. We might as well check them. Okay, is this going to be Elfaten? I might have, but I wasn't paying attention. Like, Alferov could have easily been excitable. I think there was one excitable in this field. I don't think there was two. But yeah. So we've got one final race to come. Like I say, it should be one that we win. It's one we should be heavily competitive in. But I do believe we can win. So yeah, normally I plan these things out a little bit more. But when I make rash on-day decisions to book a race, it doesn't go well. When my game day decisions are about booking races well in advance and then game day, whether or not we run them, I do a lot better. So it's all about planning ahead for me. I think Chrome City's the last one. Dive out the auction. Kalinas, nothing. Alferov, decent, but nowhere up to our standards. We're looking for dominance, not decence. Elfaten. And I know how unlikely it is to find horses at the moment. Bearing in mind our standards, what we already have in-house, it's very difficult to bring a horse in that's actually going to be sort of up to the levels we really want them to be. But at the same time, I think that I've got to try and see. Because if I can get the horses where we want them to be, they add in to what we already have, and that means that we're not kind of inbreeding our own horses too much. Okay, final race, Boxing Day. We're here with Swedish Chili. And there we go. The Malibu 7 Furlong Grade 1. We're the only rated horse in this one at Grade 1 level. I can't see past us here. Honestly, I think we've got to win this one. We've got to win this one, otherwise something's really gone wrong. We like Santa Anita, it's a decent track. And really, I think 7 furlong is where we are. Unless our distance changed, in which case I'll be annoyed. But again, I should check that before some of these races, and I don't. But yeah, a couple of decent horses here, perhaps, that we know by name, but not really, I think, Grade 1 capable horses. So yeah, 50 more here at the moment. Nothing Forever making a move with Dawn Ride, Minas Boy, Julien's. M&B right at the back. Final 1.5 on the home stretch. Swedish Chili out in front and moving clear by the first furlong marker. Nobody making too much impact from deep here. Minas Boy coming through. Doing a nice little job there. Up in the second place, but Swedish Chili comfortable. Very nice win. 2 3/4. Not an issue at all with that. Final chance on an auction. Last day of the season. 30th of December. Mind the Monarch. I mean, I could. An Equity Princess is a 3-year-old that seems to have a pretty decent reserve. See, I'll pay 1.2 to see where we are there. And then I'll pay 1.6 or something probably for Mind the Monarch. I think we're going to be up in that kind of range. Ooh, we're going to go to 1.8. Okay. I mean, I've been burned that way before. Okay, 1, 2, Equity Princess. Doesn't really have anything I want. And Mind the Monarch, anything. See potential, but nothing else. Look at that. Oh boy, that's a bad horse. That's a bad horse. Yeah. Yeah, just pure potential can win some races, but no. That's not what we want to breed from. That's what we're looking for. So, okay. That's where we are. 3 of our yearlings, because of the difference in default to modded schedules, you'll find that throughout December, a couple of your horses from this year will move into your yearlings early and immediately become 2-year-olds for the next season. So, it's annoying, but at least you can tell who they are. So, Clodhopper is... Ooh, I was going to say solid there. Look at that potential. I mean, look at that potential. Yeah, that's great. That is great. Cruising burst as well. No finish application, no extra speed. In a distance horse, like 1 mile 3, 1 mile 4, I might be okay with that. 1 mile 2, possibly. But like the extra speed is a little bit of a problem. It's borderline. Very, very borderline. Dark Shadow. I mean, 65. It's not bad. There's a chance we can gain. Again, that's borderline. I mean, looking like we lost a lot from Star of Alexa there. Which means probably... Yeah, probably a lot of that is from Approaching Storm. So maybe we need to stop breeding from Approaching Storm. And Halifaxus is really decent as well. And they've bred with Aphrodite, who again is a little bit weak in places, but pretty good. And that's what we're looking for. That's more than what we're looking for. We can easily gain that potential in the 2-year-old season. Over 50% in confidence, full consistency, a touch low enthusiasm, but again, we know that's the case in a lot of our horses. A little bit of cruising burst, so anything around a mile to a mile 1, mile 2, and I'll be happy with that cruising burst. Full finish is always nice. 75% extra speed, would like more, but it's good where it is. Bit of adaptability ongoing. Yeah, we're probably going to gain a mile 1 to a mile 2 on it. Even if not as a miler, I think we'd be okay. So, yeah. No, I'm happy with that. So, there we go. We're going to leave things there. We've got some good horses set up. And we'll see where we go for the future. But thanks very much for watching. I appreciate the support as always. Continue to like, comment, subscribe as you have been doing. Hit that notification bell. Make sure you don't miss when a video goes live. The end of a great season. And, yeah. There we are. 74 out of 100 on the season. 72 million prize money. 92 Group 1 wins. 9 Group 2s. 4 Group 3s. Absolutely phenomenal. I've enjoyed it. Hope you come back soon. Till then, take care, behave, and we'll see you soon.